French onion soup. Please enjoy the following recipe and let me know how you like it. Hi guys, we are going to make French onion soup. You need 4 pounds of yellow onions sliced in slivers like crescent moon shape, flour, dry white wine, beef or vegetable stock, your choice, Worcestershire, bay leaves, garlic, salt, pepper, and some fresh thyme. You can use a dry and a pinch. Same with garlic. I did all my prep beforehand and I forgot to prep the garlic, so I'm going to use this jarred garlic because I don't want to do all that just for 4 cloves of garlic. So we are going to start with, we have our pot. Going to put it on medium low. We need 3 tablespoons of salted butter. While that is melting down, I'm getting out butter for a different recipe. Is it melted, folks? Close enough. I'm going to go ahead and add my onions. This is what I mean by crescent moon shaped, like this. And we're going to caramelize them, which means brown them, not burn them. And that's going to take a good bit of time. If you want to sit and pick every single little onion slice apart when you do your prep, you can do so, or you can just leave them all like I have there. As they cook, they'll start to separate individually. We'll just stir occasionally to move the onions from the bottom so we don't have any burning. As I said, as they cook, they'll individualize. In the meantime, if they're stuck like this, that's fine. They'll separate. If you have OCD, go for it. If you like playing with onions, by all means, separate them. This is going to take a good 30 minutes to caramelize our onions. For the sake of the camera and all you folks watching, I'm going to do this for a few minutes with you. I'll take a little camera break while I continue cooking it, and I'll come back. So you don't have to sit here through 30 minutes of browning onions. You want preferably a wooden spoon that has a flat edge so that you make sure that you can get everything up from the bottom, whereas a spoon is more rounded and only the tip of the rounded portion will get to the bottom and scrape up. This way you have a larger space to clean up the bottom of the pan to prevent burning. If while you're cooking your onions, they look like they're starting to burn and you still have a lot that needs to be caramelized, you can go ahead and add a splash of your wine to prevent the burning. Add a little more liquid to the pan, you know. It is a dry white wine. And I don't know if y'all know this, but it's very hard to find a wine that is safe for diabetics because there's a lot of sugar in wine. And that's a food ingredient, a food item, or essentially something you ingest, is what I'm trying to say, that does not have the food count on it. Nutrition facts like this. It should say how much grape or how much sugar, at least how much sugar, for people that have to watch their sugar intake or maybe they're dieting, because not all wine is made the same and some may be a little easier to drink for or use in cooking for a diabetic versus other wines. Thankfully, at the liquor store we found someone very helpful that had a little bit of knowledge about wine. But unless you go generally to a winery, the people in the liquor store aren't going to know enough information about the wines to tell you, yeah, this one has very little sugar or very few carbs. This one's safe. So do some research online, go to a winery. It's a job to find a safe wine. So I'm going to continue caramelizing these. As you see, they're starting to become translucent. We want them a nice golden pretty brown. And I'm going to continue stirring them like this so there's no burning. Bringing the bottom up and vice versa. And I'll be back with you in a few minutes so you don't have to suffer through this whole browning onion skin. Now we have our caramelized onions. It may take you a little more than 30 minutes or not. I stirred constantly to prevent burning. If you need be, a splash of wine. They're nice and caramelized. And my family loves the soup. Right, Bug?
Nothing better than a big bowl of soup.
Smart Alex. You want to add 3 tablespoons of flour. She really does love this. When she got here, she was like, oh my god, French onion soup, I love it. She's a smart Alex. You want to stir this and cook it now so the flour completely cooks into the onion. Now we need a half cup of dry white wine. Pour directly in. And we're going to stir this from the bottom, deglazing. Whew! Smell that wine. Scraping any brown bits from the bottom of the pan.
That smells good.
Now we need to add our beef stock. We need or vegetable stock. I use beef. We need 6 cups of beef stock. I'm going to keep stirring this with my other hand while I get this measured out. Oh, I need that can open, please. I'm not going to open another whole. Actually, never mind. That's not going to be enough. Never mind.
So don't open the can?
Nope, it's not going to be enough. I'm going to use this other box. Thank you. I'm going to keep stirring while I'm measuring out because I don't want anything to burn. If need be, you can remove it from the heat while you do it. So we need 6 cups stock. There's 4. And 2 more, 6. We need 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to give this a stir to separate everything. We need 1 bay leaf, well, a fairly good size bay leaf. Garlic. We need 4 cloves of garlic. That's roughly 4 cloves. And we need 3 sprigs of fresh thyme, or you can use dry. I'm going to leave them on the stems so I can easily remove after. I should have actually taken it off so this thyme stayed in. Oh well, that's fine. You can leave it on the stock, take it off, whatever. Give this a stir. We're going to continue to cook this until the soup reaches a simmer. Then we'll reduce the heat and we'll discard the bay leaves and the thyme. And we're going to salt and pepper to taste at that time, or you can do it now, which I'm going to go ahead and do it now so the salt and pepper cooks into it nicely. Make sure to stir really good your onions in there so you don't have any clumpy floured onions. You can always add more salt and pepper if need be. So we're going to continue cooking this till it comes to a simmer. Then we'll reduce heat and remove the thyme and the bay. Okay, we have here our French onion soup. I put it in some mugs, and I have some homemade croutons. Instead of using one big baguette piece, which is what I usually do, and that only serves to make a big mess because you're trying to break up the bread to get a piece in every bite, I decided to make them into croutons this year. So place your croutons on top. If you don't have a toaster oven, you're going to want to switch your oven to broil. Then you're going to place you can use grated cheese. You can grate your cheese is what I'm saying. You can try and slice it, which is very hard to slice. You can use any cheese of your choice. I have here Gruyere. And then we're going to toast it 2 to 4 minutes until the cheese is nice and soft and melted. And it'll be a little bubbly. This is French onion soup with Gruyere cheese and croutons on top. I hope you like this recipe. Please enjoy the recipe. Let me know changes you make if you enjoy it. If you don't like it, thank you for watching.